I bit. Welcome back to another episode of Toxiris Rates. Today we got May 22nd. And we got a lot of new releases, so let's get into it. So before I start this video off, I just wanted to apologize for not uploading this week. I had a pretty busy week, had to handle some real life shit, but I'm back again and I won't stop from now on. That's a promise. But with that being said, let's get into the singles first because we doing albums later. First single is Russ 315. Russ is back on his weekly music grind, so he's dropping a single every week, and this is a better one. I don't review all of them because some of them are just bad and forgettable in my opinion, but this one is actually pretty good. It's just a chill, maybe late night, just vibey track, and it's pretty good. It's nothing too crazy, but if you like that kind of sound, you should check that out for sure. Then we got RMR and Tyla Yaweh with the track Vibes. If you don't know who RMR is, I'm gonna put you a little picture in there. He doesn't sound like that. He has a very melodic sound, and this track is great. It's not as good as some of his other material because I've been getting into him recently, but it's pretty good. I like Tyla Yaweh on here. I like RMR more, but I like the feature too, and this is definitely a good track. I was hyped for this, but it's a good track. It's a playlist to add. Then next up, we got the Intensify track featuring Lil Realtalk. I don't know if that's a name. I don't know if you say it anything else. Oh, Egovert on that track too. I heard a couple tracks from him before, but not that much. Mostly only if he's featured on the Intensify track. And it's a good track. It's nothing too crazy. I mean, if you like that kind of style, like that more, I would say, SoundCloudy vibe with like a bit goofy and like, how can I say it, a bit energetic. If you like that type, I think you will really enjoy this. I gotta say, this is probably, it's not one of my favorites from the like singles that Intensify's been dropping. I mean, my favorite is probably still Snow Globe. I know that's his first track he ever dropped, but I really enjoyed that one. But this is a pretty good track. So if you like that kind of melodic type sound with like more underground type, check this out for sure. Then we got a track by A Boogie and Lil Durk called 24 Hours. That's also a very vibey late night type track, laid back, where you can like, I don't know, study in the meantime. It's good. It's nothing too crazy. It's like the typical Boogie shit where he's like, when he's in his chill mode, when he goes down with his voice. That's just it's nothing too crazy again, but it's pretty good. It's a playlist ad for me though. Then we got Lil Nas X with Sun Goes Down. And yo, this track surprised me. When I heard it first, I was like, yeah, okay, it's a Lil Nas X track. I probably won't even review it. And then a homie of mine was like, yo, this track is amazing. I was like, what the fuck you mean, bro? Why this shit amazing? And yeah, I re-listened to it. And I actually listened to the lyrics and like watched the music video. And it's actually a very good track. Like, it grew on me. Like, I listened a couple times more, and it grew on me. Like, with the context of like what the subject matter is and like the story of it. It's a very good track. For a Lil Nas X track is especially good. But it's a good track. You could check that out if you like a more poppy vibe with maybe some sad story background. Check that out. Then we got for the songs, the drop of the day. People have been waiting for the Lil Wayne and Polo G track, and I love it. I'm not the biggest Polo G fan over there. I like many tracks, but like I feel like he's getting kind of stale. But this track, fire. And another thing, I don't like Lil Wayne. I've been getting into a bit more recently, but I don't like Lil Wayne. And he carried this track, bro. That verse was fire. Yo, I was like joining in the premiere of the music video, and I didn't hear Polo's part at first. I just heard Wayne's part. I was like, okay, this track already is a W, bro. I don't care what Polo did on there. That is a W, bro. That was so fire. So that track definitely lived up to the hype. That's probably my favorite like single track of the day. Go check that out if you haven't for some reason, for sure. Then we getting into the albums, and with the albums we got a lot of more low profile shit. We got a lot of not too popular shit. We got Dave East and Millyz, Pablo and Blanco. It's just not really an album. It's a EP, only 13 minutes long, but it's pretty solid. I mean, I really like Dave East, but that Millyz guy, he was good on a couple tracks, but I feel like he could have been left off of most of them. I mean, that wouldn't make no sense because it's a collab EP, but I would prefer Dave East alone on most of these tracks, I gotta say. Overall, it's a pretty good EP. Got like 1 or 2 playlist ads from like 7 songs. But it's pretty good. It's not a bad at all. So if you like Dave East, if you like more boom bap type rap, check that out. Then we got YG and Mozzy-Kommunity Service. That album, I can't say much about it. I just want to say, I don't know. I don't like that West Coast style too much. The features on this album are great. A Boogie, Tyla, and Blast. I think that's how you say his name. All did a great job, and a couple other features were good too, but that's just the main ones. But overall, I don't know. YG was Mozzy was just not my type of music. I think if you like that type of music, you will probably enjoy it. I don't know. Yeah, let's get to the next one. Then we got a Young Ma album, Off The Yak. I mean, she dropped the single Off The Yak a couple weeks ago. And that was a more drill type shit, and I actually thought we were getting more drill vibes on all this album because there was also a Fabio feature, but actually we didn't. There was not many drill vibes at all, but it was a solid album. It was pretty good. I mean, for me, it just reinforced my opinion that Young Ma is one of the best female rappers because this is not one of her best projects in my opinion, but it's still a very good project. As the opener, very good, and a couple other tracks are just very good and are getting added into my playlist later. I haven't done that yet for some reason. So yeah, that's also a pretty good drop. If you like Young Ma, you will probably like this album. Then we got an album not by Benny the Butcher directly, but basically yes, it's called Trust the Sopranos. It's by Benny the Butcher, but it features a whole lot of like smaller artists that are, I think, signed to him or something, and it's actually also, it's very good. It's album-wise probably my second favorite of the day. It's just very good. I really like that dude El Camino that's featured on a lot of the tracks. That he been featured on a couple Benny tracks before, and I really like when he does the hooks. And yeah, it's just overall a good project. It has a couple very good verses from people that I didn't know before. You got to check them out. Definitely, I got to do that. And yeah, it's overall a very good album. It's probably my second favorite of the day. Can't lie. Then we got that Pooh Shiesty Season Deluxe. And y'all know what I think about Deluxes. I don't like it. But this Deluxe is actually alright. I mean, it's actually very good. The length is alright. I mean, the album wasn't too long before. It's too long now, but there weren't that many tracks added at least. And the Deluxe itself, like the tracks that were added, bro, most of these tracks were better than the actual album. Like, not because of his performance mostly, but just the production. There was, like, in my opinion, a big step up in the production. Like, just in how the production changed up. Because my main problem with Shiesty Season was that, like, most of it, after you listen to the album, like, after you 10 tracks in, most of it just sounds the same. And it's not really a switch up anymore. But with this added Deluxe, there are a couple tracks with new production that I really enjoy. Also, that D Herbo track, very good. And yeah, that's pretty good. I think this serves the purpose of a Deluxe, definitely. Then for the last drop, we got 42 Dugg-Free Dem Boyz. And y'all read that title, and I was actually confused. Let me say something. I have a huge problem with 42 Dugg's voice. That is just annoying as fuck to me. I don't know. Like, in most cases, I can't stand listening to 42 Dugg songs back to back. It's not because he's, like, bad flow-wise, but he's just not switching up a lot. His beats are pretty stale. And his voice is just annoying as fuck to me. But on this album, jeez, this was a very enjoyable listen. And that was unexpected to me because I never really enjoyed anything from him before. But I did now. I definitely did now. The like, more melodic tracks, those are my favorites, easily. The hype tracks are okay, and it's typical style. It's not bothering me too much. But those melodic type tracks, like that track with Lil Durk, that shit was mad fire. And, like, even he uses his voice, but, like, he makes his voice, he gets his voice in a place where it's not that annoying to me anymore. So definitely also a very good album. My favorite track is For the Gang with Roddy Ricch though. Like, that was a single before, and that's been on my playlist for like 2 months. I don't even know if it's out for 2 months, but that single grew on me, and it's I think this gonna be one of the summer hits of 2021. This is such a fire track. But yeah, Roddy carried on that one, I can't lie. With that being said, thank you for listening, thank you for watching. I know I left out the Spot 'Em Got 'Em album, but sorry, this man is just irrelevant as fuck to me besides the beatbox remixes. I can't even be bothered to listen to his album. But yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching. Have a good one.
Remember back then, all them hoes ain't want me. Now I'm ballin', all them same hoes on me. Mama told me that this came with the money and the motherfucking fame. Even though I feel the same, I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga.